Hey guys, so in today's video, I wanted to talk about something quite serious, but something that's really important in my life. And the topic is mental illness in a relationship. So I wanted to kind of highlight something that I've been going through. As you all know, I suffer with mental illness and I'm very open about it. I've no kind of qualms to tell you guys about it because I ultimately want to inspire people, with my story, with my experiences, so they don't feel so alone, so they're not kind of feeling like they have no one to turn to. So, as you all know, I suffer with mental illness, I suffer with an eating disorder, which, is very difficult. I've suffered with anxiety, depression, OCD, you name it, I've had it. So that sounds horrible, but it's the truth. And I just wanted to come here today and I wanted to raise awareness, especially near Christmas time, because it can be so hard to, it can be so hard, especially near Christmas time, to kind of be with your loved one when you have such a mental illness. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you about my experience with mental illness in a relationship, and I just want to kind of give you advice, regarding what to do if you feel you're kind of stuck in this mindset. I've kind of been in this experience and I'm in it quite a lot, to be honest, because Chris is very much, he hasn't got any kind of mental illness. He's very much level-headed and understanding, and so it can be difficult for me and for myself to get my message across to him, because it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult, and this is hard for me to talk about, guys, because it's something that I've experienced and I'm going through right now. It doesn't just switch off like a light switch. It's like ongoing. So I just wanted to kind of, first of all, start by the word crazy. Now, I think the word crazy should be banished from relationships, from everything. But in relationships, the word crazy gets used a lot for people who are, mentally unwell, who can't process their thoughts, or have too many kind of overwhelming thoughts that they can't actually fathom, which is what I suffer with. I have very intrusive thoughts that kind of get in the way of my head and my kind of understanding and my well-being, and it makes everything such a blur. Like, I feel like nothing is real. So first of all, banish the crazy names. Don't say you're crazy. Just say, look, I'm not understanding your point of view at the minute. I respect what you're saying, but I just don't understand. Don't understand is a very good word instead of saying, well, you're crazy. I think that's very important for mentally unwell people. You can have a relationship when you have a mental illness. You can. It's not, it's not the unheard of. Second of all, I think that situations that you have, they should be approached kind of maturely by the second party. And, this can be difficult. It's, because Chris, I'm talking about personal experience sometimes, he's had a hard day at work and he just doesn't want to deal with it. And that's difficult for people like us who, have spent all day in the depths of this mental illness and this kind of, I call it like an attack. And it's just swarming you all day, and you feel like, oh my God, I need to speak to someone. I need to speak. They finish work and you're there, and it's just like, to them, it can seem as though you are kind of being attacking, but it's not like that in your head, is it, guys? It's not. It feels like you are in a whirlwind of emotions, and you can't actually process one thought to another. And you need that reassurance, you need that compassion, and you need that understanding. Sometimes I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm in a perfect relationship, because I'm not. Sometimes I get home, he gets home, and we just don't click. He doesn't understand. And it is an ongoing battle for myself to get my point of view out there, for someone who's not been through what you have been through. I don't care what anyone says. You can't really see. I don't think it's that visible for that other person to understand. You know, they say they can, but from my personal experience and from, you know, other people, I'm sure, I don't think people will really, really, really understand unless they've gone through what you've gone through. So that's another thing you need to be careful of, you know, air out what you have to say, but be, you know, how about you write it down on a piece of paper if you feel like, this is what I used to do, because when it used to be really bad at one point, like I used to just be thinking all sorts, is he cheating on me? What do I do? He's saying all these, you know, what does that mean? I'd go through like mad spurts of like checking up on him, and it's not crazy, guys. You may seem me crazy, but you're not. You're not crazy. You're dealing with something that is not balancing out in your brain. It's a chemical imbalance. It's not real. It's real, but it's not. It's an illness, guys, and you're not a crazy person to go through this. You're not crazy. And, you know, don't blame yourself. Don't think you're the problem. Don't think, oh my God, I can't do this anymore because you know, I've spent many a times blaming myself for things. I've doing a lot of research on this video, and, you know, the 3 things you really need to kind of take out of this is compassion, understanding, and affection. So you need compassion for the other person. If you're watching this and your partner, you know, is going through a lot of mental illness, you need to understand what we have to go through. I'm saying we because I'm involved, because this is about me. You have to understand what we are going through in our minds, and your actions and the way you are have a direct consequence to our mind. Because if we're not in the right mental health state, then we won't get the words out that we want to get out. It'll just be such an extreme set of emotions that you as a partner, you need to understand, you know. It's difficult for both parties, I think, to get their message across when there's so much going on in the person who's going through a mental illness's mind. So I think the first step, like I said, compassion, you know, understand. Say to the other person, look, I really understand what you're going through right now. You're having some sort of, you know, diverse feelings about something, and I'm here for you. And, you know, understand, compassion and understand. And the third thing is affection, emotion. You know, maybe a touch might really make that person feel warm and understood. And that all it takes is a touch. You know, I'm very much like that. I'm a very touchy-feely person. So maybe a hug, you know, to say, look, I'm here for you. And you really don't understand how much that actually can help someone. It's just difficult, guys, because I'm constantly going through my own mind. Constantly going through like doubts, and I think I'm just a perfectionist. I want everything right, and if it's not right, I panic and worry and stress, and it's just a constant. It's difficult for a relationship to kind of to flow when the other person is just having so many difficult thoughts. I think, you know, sometimes if you have an argument and things are said, I think, you know, the best thing to do is leave it for a few hours until sometimes the other person has had a bad day and they just don't want to deal with what's going on in your mind because they're going through what's going on in their mind. And this is when, you know, communication comes into play. You both have to communicate how you feel. And myself and Chris struggle with this, especially Chris. He's not a person that will get his emotions out. You know, he's very much closed in. It's very hard to read him sometimes. And when I'm going through something, it's like I have to work double hard, you know, doubly hard to understand both of our kind of situations. So I think the key is communication. Speak about how you feel. You know, don't be scared of it. If you're, like I said earlier in the video, if you're worried about how you're coming across, write it on a piece of paper or record it. Just do something that doesn't feel like when you get to talking to the person, it all just comes out in a muddle. I I've done it before where Chris has come home on a night and I just have to say so many things that's gone through my head, and I don't make any sense because it's all just kind of an accumulation of how I'm feeling. And it gets frustrating because you want the other person to understand, but when the words aren't coming out right and the other person, you want validation. I think in mental illness, the biggest thing you want is validation, to be understood, so that other person can understand what you're going through. And when we don't get that, when I don't get that, I don't know how to deal with it, because if I've not made myself clear in the conversation and I expect validation, I don't get it. My mind goes into overdrive. I think it's important for us to take a step back and take a deep breath and, understand that this is temporary and not going to last forever. A bit of, useful information for me that I've taken out of this is, if you're going through some mental illness, I think I've said this to you before, but see it as like a log, on like a river, a log that's on a river, if that makes sense. And just watch it float away. Don't grab it. Don't grab the log. Just watch it float away in the distance. That is, I think, sorry, it's an aeroplane. That's what I think is important to view like feelings as. A temporary kind of object that's washing away, and just don't grab it. Just watch it, be wary of it, sit in it. I think that's very important, to sit in your emotions. I don't mean dwell on them, but acknowledge that you're having a bad time, and just watch it, because you're in control, guys. That's not going to be in control of you. Are we going to let a piece of wood control us? No, we're not. We're going to watch it float away. And that's what I think you should see bad feelings as. It's an emotion, it's an object. It's this Yankee candle, and we're going to watch it. This is the bad feeling. We're not going to open up the lid. We're not going to smell it. We're going to watch it because it's here. And we're going to sit with it, and we're going to look at it. And what is it? It's a Yankee candle. Home inspiration, Stony Cove, fragrance in every burn. This is the feeling. We're going to inspect it. We're going to know it's here, guys. We're not avoiding it. And we're going to watch it until it becomes, what is it? It's a feeling. That's all it is. It's not real. It's a feeling. It'll pass. And that's what I think is important to view things as. Not an actual, make sense of it and make yourself be the one in control. So I don't know if I've gone on, guys, or babbled on, but I think it's important. I really do. I think it's important because I felt so hopeless sometimes in my relationship, where I just think, you know what, I'm the problem, and it's not going to get any better because I just don't know how to get better. And don't feel like your mental illness is going to win over everything, because it's not. You can still have a relationship. But if it gets really bad and the other person just doesn't understand and is trying to put you down, and you kind of know in the pits of your stomach that it's not going to work out, then just don't work at it, because you are worthy of someone who can understand you, can be there for you. And only you know that, guys. Only you know if the other person loves you, if it's worth it. But if you get a connection in the beginning and you've been at it for a long time and they understand and they've helped you out, then work at it. But if someone's trying to put your mental illness and use it as something to go against you, then it's time to get out. But only you can judge that, guys. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to say about this kind of topic. I sympathise with you guys, I do, because it's difficult. It's so difficult, because people say you can't love anyone unless you love yourself. I don't believe in that, because I believe if someone, when Chris met me, I didn't love myself. I don't love myself now. I may look like I do. I may have the hair and the makeup and the nails and the clothes, but I don't really truly love myself. And I think if you find the right person, then that other person will love you through your flaws, will love you through you not loving yourself. If that makes sense, they'll see through that. So don't be disheartened, guys. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're not. You've got support. You've got me. And I think, especially around Christmas time, it's very important to remember that you're not alone, because Christmas is such a whirlwind of like craziness. You know, I was with Chris yesterday and I was just stressing about stupid things. Like, you'll start stressing about the presents. This is people who are who've got mental illness, like me, like myself. You'll start worrying about the silly things, because the silly things are the biggest things to me. You know, like I said, if I lose something, it's the end of the world. And that's when I think it's more rife during Christmas time, because it's more of a stressful period. But just take a deep breath, guys. Know that you are not alone. And, you know, just give yourself a break. I think that's what's the most important thing. Give yourself a break and give yourself, you know, I am a good person. Say that to yourself. I'm a good person, and, you know, I have someone to love me, to support me, and mental illness isn't going to win. I just want you to know that being in a relationship and fighting mental illness is not easy, because you're having, it's a double thing. It's like two jobs. It's like your own job and your mind. It's two jobs you're having to hold down, and your relationship. So let's say three jobs that you're having to hold down and make sure it you know, it's going right. It's fucking hard work, and you need to give yourself that praise and love and understanding, and know that you can get through it. As long as the other partner is willing to give you compassion, understanding, and emotion, you know, touch, then you will get through it, guys. So with that being said, I'm going to close the video up, but just understand, guys, that I know what you're going through more than anyone, what you're going through, because it's a daily struggle. But we will win, and we will keep tabs on it. And as long as we've got our partners to understand, that's all we can ask for. And if we don't, then it doesn't matter, because you've got yourself. You don't need a man or woman to support you, to rely on, to have something. You've got yourself. It's not about having the other person. A relationship is an added extra. Ultimately, we have ourselves, and that is our biggest strength. So don't forget that, guys. So thank you so much for watching my video. I will see you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like button if you like the video, and I'll see you in my next one. And don't forget, guys, stay strong and just give yourself a break, because you are worth it. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, so I'm back. I just wanted to, quickly, before I go, I wanted to show you some amazing things that my subscriber Norma, you know, the woman who sent me, my lovely subscriber who sent me the Christmas tree ornament and the card. Well, she sent me some items, so I really want to share them with you, because I am so happy. All the way from Texas. And this is what she got me, guys. So she got me a moisturizing mud mask. 2 of these. I love face masks. I love them. I love them. I can't believe it. I am so happy. She also got me a Vaseline Rosy Lips lip balm, and she knows me by now that lip products are everything to me. And this is amazing. I don't think we have this in England. Rosy lips. Do we have this in England? I don't know. Can't believe it. She also got me, this is just, I can't actually believe how much she knows me, a new eyeliner. I am running out of my eyeliner, and this is insane. Liquid eyeliner, and look at the box. It's got like a little, what's it got? A shoe, a stiletto, and a bow. This is so hot. It doesn't look really, really nice. Oh my God, this is so cool. It's a really kind of sexy bottle, isn't it? I can't believe she got me this, because I was just about to buy another one. So thank you so much. She also got me, what is this? Ride on My Copper, it's called. It's Wet n Wild. It's American. I've always wanted Wet n Wild. This is an American brand. Ah, it's amazing. Liquid catsuit. Mega Last Metallic Lipstick. Oh my God, I'm going to have to do a swatch on this, guys. You know I'm going to have to. And then she got me the Healthy Lip. Oh, wow. Velvet Finish in Raisin Immunity. Girl, you are amazing. Look at all the products. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Norma. You really made my day today. You really didn't have to do this for me, and I don't know how to repay you, but thank you so much. You are amazing, and I appreciate these gifts so much. I love you so much. Thank you again. Guys, she also sent me a card. I can't believe this. It's the most beautiful card. Look at it. Oh God, everything's falling out. She's got all these things. Oh my God, you are so amazing. Thank you. All these little bits are falling out. So she sent me a card. Can you see all the, she's put like, what do you call it? Bits of tissue cut up. Like, what are these things? They're like, oh God, what are they? Can you see? Oh my God, there's so much. She's put, hi beauty, sending you just a little something. I hope you enjoy, Norma. Oh God, thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. This card is beautiful. I want to show you, but I don't want it to fall everywhere. You have made me so happy. And you know what? I just feel like, what have I done to deserve amazing subscribers like you guys? Thank you so much, Norma. I'm going to treasure this with my heart. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video and this little bit at the end. And I'll see you in my next one. And thank you again, Norma. I love you so much. Bye.